What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be taking a look at a AMS video talking about female nature misconceptions. We're going to break it down. Of course, I have my special guest, Naya, in the building. She's going to be helping me critique this video and really break it down and see what AMS is talking about. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you can hit that notification and like and comment, of course, greatly appreciate it. All right, so here we go.
What's up, fellas? So I had a patient support that wanted to know any female nature misconceptions. All right, and so guys, understand that when I'm doing this right here, guys, I'm taking this from an alpha male perspective. All right, all you guys over here, I know some of y'all guys might have just joined or just found my channel, and so maybe this don't pertain to you, but for all my guys over here that have been following me a long fucking time, you supposed to be alpha male minded by now. You supposed to be developing an abundance mindset on your fucking purpose. I'm not even taking this from a beta male perspective. All right, so please understand that when I say this stuff, I'm taking this from an alpha male perspective, because that's where all you motherfuckers supposed to. If you're not there, that's where you're supposed to be headed. All right. The number one thing, guys, is I don't believe a woman would cheat on you as long as you maintain your dominance and the relationship maintains its sexual intensity. And what I mean by that, guys, is if you're a beta male, she's gonna cheat on you. Just accept it. I'm probably fucking her right now. And I ain't gonna. If you a beta male and you accept being a beta male, your girl is gonna cheat on you because you're too predictable, you're too boring. She has low attraction to you. All right, you ain't nothing but a fucking wallet, and so she needs that sexual intensity in her relationship.
Who is he?
So let me ask you this. He says, if you're a beta male, you're too predictable, you're not taking over in a relationship, you're not showing your dominance.
Yeah.
Like, do women find that attractive in a man?
What's a beta male exactly?
So beta male is just basically a guy that doesn't take over, he doesn't take charge. He's not leading the woman's leading him. He's worshiping the woman, he's putting the woman on a pedestal, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And the woman is just ultimately walking all over him. So that's pretty much like what a beta male is from what he's saying. Okay. But for a woman, generally speaking, do you feel as if she likes a man to take charge, or do you feel that women would want to take charge in a relationship and ultimately have a man as a backseat in that scenario?
Everyone's different, right? Like, I feel like for me, I'm more traditional mindset. Whereas some women are more modern, where they're like, I want to be able to take control and maybe put a lot on themselves, kind of thing.
But typically speaking, let's look at your friends, for example, because I'm assuming you girls have girl talk and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do they like a man to take charge, or do they want the man to have a back seat and have you or your friend or whoever take charge? Like, what do they like?
You know what's funny with girls? They say they want something, and then, how do I say this properly? Because I feel like you think, like, I want a guy to, like, I want to be able to have my say and whatever, but then deep down you may be like, no, I kind of like it when he, has a plan and, like, puts it forward and stuff like that. So
would you agree in this video him saying that a man should be taking charge? Like, do you agree with that?
He seems a little aggressive. I'm gonna say that, but for the most part, yes. Okay.
So despite his delivery, him being a little direct, you do believe that a man should take charge. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, if you're a beta simp or a beta male, you have a higher chance of a woman maybe leaving you or ultimately cheating on you. Like, is that a fair assessment?
I don't know about all that. Like, that's pretty intense. Like, I don't know. There, like I said, everyone's different. So there are some people who where the man is okay taking a backseat because his woman knows like how to do everything, and there are relationships that work like that.
But do you think a woman would respect a man in that scenario, in that particular relationship?
I think. That's tough because I would.
It's a yes or a no. Like that's it. It's a yes.
Okay, fine. Deep down,
Or a
I
no.
don't think. I think no. Deep
Right.
down, I don't think she would have like, especially if he's just sitting back and not really, and just being a yes man. No one wants a yes
Right.
man. You
She's
know,
just
like.
throwing him around, pulling him around.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like over time, you probably won't respect him as much because
over time. Sorry. Yeah.
he'll just be like a pushover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair to say?
Yes, that's fair to say. Okay, fine.
And it only took us 6 minutes for you to.
Oh my goodness! I needed more context.
All right,
but-
let's continue. Let's continue.
She needs to chase somebody's validation, and she ain't gonna chase your validation because your validation don't mean shit to her. So get over it. All right, I'm taking this from an alpha male perspective. Guys over here with an abundance mindset. All right, so if you maintain your dominance, what happens is in these relationships, if you're a guy out here in alpha male and you decide to go purple pill or anything like that, or y'all guys gotta understand that when I say relationship, you got monogamous relationships and you got non-monogamous relationships. So basically, like my Sunday chick, that's a non-monogamous relationship, guys. All right, so I'm in a relationship. It's just it's non-monogamous. That means that I just don't commit. All right, but I'm in a relationship. All right. In other words, when I say that I'm in a relationship, that means that when I'm around her, I won't disrespect her. That's what I mean. That means that when I'm around her, I won't just be talking to my other chick like she ain't there. I give her that respect. I give her everything but a commitment. So I'm in a relationship with all my chicks. I'm in a relationship with my African chick. I don't do nothing to blatantly disrespect them. I'm just in a non-committal relationship.
All right, so pretty much what he's saying is he's single, right? He's single. Technically, he's in open relationships, like many open relationships. But pretty much what he's saying is he's single, but he won't disrespect those women. So whatever time he provides to them, if it's a few hours, he'll make sure that he's providing his time only to that woman. Like he won't pick up the phone, he won't text anyone. It's just that woman for that amount of time. Like, do you agree with doing something like that?
So he has his Sunday chick. He has his African chick. He has his whatever other culture that whatever.
But keep in mind though, he's probably letting them know in advance. Hey, this is the scenario. Like this is what it is.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Like
So for you personally, you wouldn't do that. Like
no,
you would be like
no,
okay.
like, no. This is.
But can you fault him for that if he's letting the women know they're agreeing with it, they're continuing to see him, right? They're continuing this scenario.
Yeah.
Like, can you fault him for that?
Listen, if they want to be in it, be in it. If they both like want it, then cool, right? But at the end of the day, I guess just what is it called? Polygamy? Is that what it is? Or well, he's not married, but like dating multiple people, like
right.
and being open, kind of like that.
Right.
I can't do it. Never, like ever.
But you know why they're doing it, right? Like you know why they're putting up with that.
Because of money.
Money, but his philosophy is an alpha male, right? So they're dealing with his multiple women because he's an alpha male. He has money. He's on his purpose. I think he's wrote like a few books. He has his YouTube channel.
And
there's a lot of men out there that just aren't doing anything. Like, would you agree? Okay, look at the athletes, the entertainers, right? Like those types of men. Obviously, women know they get multiple women, but they still gravitate towards those women or towards those men because they have a status to them. They have money. They have fame. They're alpha.
No.
So you don't...
No, sir. No, thank you. I don't want it. I will take a regular guy
But that's
who is
for
good
you.
to me and wants to like respect our relationship and just be me and him. That's what I want.
Right.
Right? If he finds someone that, you know, if he's like, I want a woman like this, that's okay with open stuff, whatever, and she's cool with it, and it's obviously mutual between both people, yo, go with your life. Do whatever you want. Cool. I feel like that's not long term because people get jealous. Like over time.
Right.
This is not sustainable. Like I feel like just a lot of jealousy, a lot of mess. I feel like I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't
fair
like
enough. Fair enough. All right.
What do you think though?
Well, for me, I believe like women always want alpha men. They always want the star athlete. They always want the entertainer. They always want.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, that's the definition of hypergamy, just gravitating towards equal or greater value, right? Gravitating towards a person that has the fame, the status, right? Like you wouldn't, like, would you want to work with, or would you want to be with somebody that works at McDonald's or Burger King or the fries or...
Listen, if it's a man with a plan and he knows that, like, you know what I mean? Tough times, right? Like, depends on...
Let's say he's been in this job for 20 years and this is what it is. Like, 20 years, this is what it is, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to be.
Personally, no, because I would want someone that wants more for themselves.
Right.
Not someone that just like, no, but it's okay to start off there is what I'm saying, especially if you go on hard times.
Right.
Do that for a little bit, but you're like, no, I have a plan, I know I'm going to, like, I want to be able to elevate myself. This is not the end.
But how many women are going to stay at his beginning stage working at McDonald's?
Unfortunately. No, not a lot.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So they don't want to be there at the start of the journey. They just want to show up when he has the money, fame, and status. Mm-hmm. And that's majority of women. Like, would you agree to that, or?
I don't want to say majority. That's a lot of women. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as like. Maybe it's me, right? Like,
well,
maybe
just removing yourself from the equation and just looking at the landscape of things, like the dating world, you know, the Instagram, like just dating in 2021.
There's I know a lot of women that aren't that focused on just money and status, right? Like, I know a lot of women, and I can't, for you to say majority, I'm just like, I don't agree with that. I don't know.
So you're saying majority would be with a guy that has no money, doesn't have status, and is not famous. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say majority. I'm saying there's some that do and some that don't, right? I don't know if it's 50-50. I don't know if it's
it can be 50,
swayed more than the other.
50-50. Okay,
it's definitely not.
Let's say this. 51% and over. Do you think 51% and over would be with a guy flipping burgers at Burger King for 20 years? Or a guy, maybe like AMS, he has his own YouTube channel, successful, obviously he's making money. Like, if two of these guys were in front of them, who would they pick?
AMS, I guess.
Right. So that's...
I just don't want the polygamy part. I want... Okay, like, let's say, for instance, I would just want him. Like, just him.
Right,
if he does not want that from me, toodles.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying is most women would probably want what you're saying, but they'll put up with it because
of the money and the
status. Of the money and the status.
Okay.
And there's fewer men. There's more broke people than there are rich people, right?
Yeah.
So you being a man on your purpose, on your game, money, fame, status, cars, like houses, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's fewer of those individuals, like fewer guys than there are guys that are broke. Broke guys are a dime a dozen. You're always going to find broke guys.
Listen, I'm just saying, I don't like the polygamy part. I have no problem with his hustle or whatever he's doing. Like, good for him, right?
Yeah.
I just personally would not be involved.
So you would just leave. Like, you personally, you would just leave.
Oh, wouldn't even be consideration. I would just, because I know what I want. I don't want to be shared with anybody else, and right. I want that from my partner as well, right?
All right, let's continue.
Heated, like, no.
So understand that even if you guys have rotations, technically you're in a relationship. You're just not committed. That's it. So that's what I mean when I say in a relationship. If you just dating somebody, then that means you're just dating them, and you could go a month without reaching out to them and hit them up in a month and be like, hey, you free this weekend? That's when it means you're dating. I'm in a relationship. I can't just hit my Sunday girl up a month from now because we're in a non-committal relationship. That won't fly. With a girl you just dating, you can hit her up in 3 months, and technically she's supposed to not, because y'all are not in no relationship. All right, that won't fly with a girl that's in your rotation. So a girl that's in your rotation gets the benefit of you don't disappear for 2 months. A girl you dating, you can disappear for 6 months. That's the difference, guys, between a girl you dating and a girl that's in your relationship rotation. All right, but anyway, for all my guys over here that are in committed purple pill guys that are in committed relationships, and you're an alpha male. I firmly can believe you can be an alpha male in a relationship if, and there's a big if, you're doing it because you're tired of the game and not out of scarcity. And only you know that. I can't. The Rock just got married. I don't think The Rock is in a scarcity mindset. I think The Rock is okay with women, but he just got married. You know why he just got married? Because he's tired of all the bullshit. He's probably tired of juggling, and he's still gonna cheat.
The disrespect. I'm just like shocked right now. Like, go ahead. You have something to say.
No, you get it off. You got something.
Nope, I'm upset. I don't understand this logic of that, like, high value, whatever this term. I just started learning about the term of high value, whatever that means. But
Okay,
to say that every man, to say that every man like cheats because he's at a certain level status, like, wise, it's ridiculous to me. Like, I don't.
So you think majority of men? So basically, what he's saying is, let's say Leonardo or The Rock, for example, they get girls thrown at them every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel as if some guys are just tired of the game, tired of going on multiple dates, tired of meeting people, and just settle down? Like they just want to check out, they want to settle down. Like, do you believe that guys that do that may cheat every now and again just to...
Oh my god, like, listen, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know what their relationships are like. I don't know if they're healthy, unhealthy, whatever the situations that they're in. I would just hope that if you're married, you at least, you're for sure done with the games, right? Like, leave that for before you're married, of like having your fun, and if you shouldn't be cheating. I'm saying,
because
like,
some guys want to stay in the game, but they know that like they're just getting older, and they should settle down, or society tells them to settle down. But there's still venom in those fangs for some guys, especially if they're getting married. And what I find is usually women like men that are taken, because it's kind of like this game.
It's like, ooh, let me see if I can get him.
Yeah, let me see if I can get him.
That's so
and you're famous, like, you're bound to cheat.
Some girls are toxic, man. Like, that's just like guys. Some guys are toxic, some girls are toxic too. Like, that's just,
yeah.
I just don't.
Like, for me, if I got married, it wouldn't be because I couldn't get another girl.
Yeah, no, but it's because you truly like want to be with that person, no? Or
yeah, and you're just tired of the games, right? Like dating is exhausting after a while.
Yeah.
Like meeting somebody, going on dates, maybe end up sleeping with them, and then there's bullshit behind that, just dealing with many different personalities. Like, sometimes you just want to settle down, not because you can't get someone else. It's just, he's just saying they're just tired. Like, they're just tired of chasing and pulling and just dealing with different girls and the drama and all that.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't necessarily mean they wanted to do it like 100%. He's just saying they're just tired of the games, but there's still some venom where they may be in a scenario where they may cheat. Just like an innocent, just a little, just innocent,
I slipped and fell in. Oh no, I I'm not the right person to ask about this because
All
I
right,
have very strong views about.
Let's
cheating,
continue.
but-
Let's continue.
Wife know he is, but he's probably ready to settle down and start a fucking family or whatever, which in my opinion, if he does cheat, like I told you guys, makes him the world's biggest cop blocker. Because what he did was he got married so she couldn't fuck, but he gonna still fuck. So he wanted to take her off the market, but he ain't gonna take himself off the market. So like I told y'all guys, to me, that makes you a cop blocker. Some of y'all guys might disagree, but I don't think The Rock got married because he was in a scarcity mindset. I think The Rock got married because as men, you know, our imperative after a while for most of you guys, I don't think, it might don't happen to me. I hope it don't. Nobody never knows. Your imperative after a while, guys, is to start a family. I'm just letting you fucking know. All right, just letting you fucking know that at some point that urge to have, and I ain't talking about just have a whole bunch of kids out here sleeping around with half the goddamn town and you got kids. I'm talking about kids at home and a steady girl at home. You ain't gotta marry her, but you want your baby mama at the house and your kids at the house. A lot of you guys are gonna develop that urge at some point. Mark my fucking words. I know you 21 years old now and you full of calm and you walk around and you sleep in your fucking MGTOW shirts and with your Batman drawers on and you think you're gonna be fucking MGTOW forever. Check back with me in 25 years, motherfucker. You have 3 kids and a fucking wife and a dog named Jeffrey. All right, so don't come to me with that bullshit because I already know it's bullshit. But anyway, if you are in a relationship and you're able to maintain your dominance, which a lot of you guys will not be able to do, because what happens is when a lot of men get in relationships, they get pussy whipped and they start getting weak, and then that's what causes that woman to want to cheat, because you become too fucking predictable. The relationship starts to lose its sexual intensity, and then that's why the woman cheats. If you are able to make a woman stay chasing your...
Where does he get these?
What are your
things?
thoughts on that?
Where does he get these things?
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you agree or disagree that women get bored easily?
Yeah, women do get bored easily. Yeah,
right,
with
so-
dating and stuff. Yeah.
But just with men in general, just in general, like women get bored easily, especially with dating.
If you don't, like, as you're going through the stages of like finding the right person, whatever, you're just like, I'm over it, and then you just kind
Right, so if you're with a guy and you're just pushing him around month after month, year after year, he's a beta guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're just controlling him like a puppet. Like, wouldn't you just be like, man, like, this guy, like, I just want to do my thing. Not you specifically, because obviously,
I know.
but most, like, some girls or most girls would be curious to step out.
Sure, like there are people who don't have the guts to like break up with someone but they still want to go out and do their own thing, right? So
Especially if you're at a party, there's alcohol.
things happen, I guess. Okay, you're reaching a little, but things happen, right? Like I feel like when people are in relationships and like things are kind of getting to, like when you get to the very end of a relationship, it's going to be over.
But sometimes girls
Like-
want to stay with a guy, even though he's a beta guy. They want to stay with him because of security. Maybe this guy provides a home to sleep in. Maybe he does have money, right? But he's a beta guy. He has a scarcity mindset.
Mm. And
this woman is looking at him for security. However, she's missing that excitement. She's missing that spontaneous scenarios, that
the excitement.
the sex in the jacuzzi, or
Oh my goodness.
what I'm saying, going on skinny dipping in some lake, you know what I mean? Like that excitement of being in a relationship, like something fresh and new and exciting. Like a lot of women will stay with a beta male, but then they'll go off and do their own thing.
Just a waste of time, honestly. Like, yeah, sure, there's definitely women that do that, and like it's a thing. I just feel like it's just you're wasting your own time. Like, if you really like, don't get into a relationship if you really don't like that person enough to be like, I don't even want to look at anybody else.
Right.
Right?
Well, that's what they should do.
Yeah.
Like they should do
the
that.
ideal situation. I'm not getting in a relationship.
But do they do that?
I know I do. Some people, like, there are people who think like me, but there are other people who are like, oh, this is the best thing that can come across me, so I'm just going to stick with it for now. And then once I'm bored, or once I see something better come along, then I'll be like, oh, I'm bored with this now. Let me move on to the next thing or something.
Right. But what he's saying is the majority of women, so 50% and over, would be in a secure situation and maybe flirt or do something else on the side. Like, do you agree with that or no?
No.
Okay, so you're saying majority of women would be with a beta male, boring beta male, no excitement.
Oh my goodness.
And want to be faithful.
So this is my thoughts.
Like, are you saying, but answer that for a sec. Are you saying that's the case? Majority of women would do that?
No. Because again,
so what are you saying then?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that there's a balance here. Like, it's not about like what's the in between of alpha and beta? What's the in between?
No, but what he's saying is, I know what you're saying. You're saying that there should be a balance of a man.
Like, there should be like have some game, but be a kind person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect you to like. I don't know. Like, his demeanor is a little bit more aggressive, and I don't know if that's how he's talking with, like, the women that he's with.
Yeah.
But I just could not be with someone like that, like, who thinks too, like...
But typically speaking, there's two types of men. There's men that are leaders, take charge, and then there are men that get walked all over. Mm-hmm. Like, two scenarios. So, again, what he's saying is, if you're a guy that gets taken advantage of, walked all over, yes man, as a woman, you're going to start to look at him from an inferior perspective.
I can see that.
And then that will sway you to look at other options. You may not necessarily go through with it and cheat, but what he's saying is it may sway you to look in other directions and maybe see what's out there.
Okay, yeah. I can see that. Like, fine, you made your point. I get it.
All right, let's continue.
Your validation in a relationship, which means that you own your fucking purpose and you still look at yourself as the king and you ain't got fucking pussy whip. I think a woman is too busy chasing your validation to cheat. Now, that's just my theory. A lot of people might disagree with. That's just what I think. I think that if you maintain your dominance, I think a woman would be too busy chasing your validation to cheat. And on top of that, guys, the relationship maintains sexual intensity. As a lot of you guys who have been in a long-term relationship, y'all guys know, as you know, we men being in a relationship, we start to get a little lazy, we start to get a little complacent. All right, we start putting less effort into sex. You know, you stop really giving a fuck if she come. I never give a fuck if she come, but some of you guys do. You compassionate assholes. I never give a fuck. Leave, bitch. But this is all these type of things what causes a woman to cheat. If she's not getting satisfied sexually and you lose your dominance in the fucking relationship. And I'm taking this from an alpha male. If you're a beta male, your woman is probably fucking around on you right now while you watching this video. While you was at work this morning, she probably was sucking some dude dick. If you're a beta male. If you're an alpha male, I think that a woman won't cheat on you unless you lose your strength in the relationship or the relationship loses sexual intensity. The next female nature misconception, I believe, women leave guys who lose their jobs. If you're a beta male, you ain't got to lose your job for a woman to cheat on or leave your ass. She just leave your ass because she ran off with the alpha male. So, like I told you guys, I'm taking this from an alpha male perspective.
So that goes into my previous point.
Uh-huh.
Because the majority of marriages break up due to finance. That's just like a known fact. So let's say you lose your job as a man. Like, what happens then? Are you, like, again, not you, because you're the anomaly, right?
I'm a nice person.
But
okay, I wouldn't leave, especially if he's an amazing guy.
Right, but majority of women would say, I'm out of here. You lost your job, can't afford your bills.
They chose the wrong person then, because... Sorry, go ahead.
But no, I understand what you're saying, but there's... I mean, you know how life is. There's valleys and peaks, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to be well off, and then maybe something else happens, right?
Yeah.
but a lot of women would stay because it's secure. And once it's no longer secure,
they're like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. A lot of that, I would say the majority of women would definitely leave if they lose the security aspect. But I feel like if you know your man and you know how hardworking he is, and you know that he does not just take this and it's just gonna sit on his ass and just do nothing. Do you know what I mean? And just be like, okay, I'm stay at home dad now. Like, he's not gonna do that, right? You would hope that you have a man that's really has a good work ethic, and he'll get back into it and do whatever he has to do to get back on his feet. You don't leave someone just because they go on hard times. That's ridiculous. Imagine you lost your job, and then or the woman's side, they lose their job. The guy's like, okay, I'll help you. I'll take care of you. Da da da. That should also be vice versa. Like, everyone needs help here and there. Like,
right.
I don't know.
But that's how it should be, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reality is, with marriages, 80% of women, they leave.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So then it seems like the men are sticking it out, but then the women are just taking off.
Okay, well, maybe women are the problem then. I don't know what to say. But
usually men will grind it out. Like, they'll grind it, they'll figure out a way, they'll try to build something.
Problem solvers,
yeah. Right. For women, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out, I can't pay my bills, what's going to happen next? And they end up just kind of pulling out and leaving.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's pretty much saying here. Like, would you agree with that? Or
no, I would agree with that. Yeah. It's just hard to hear that like this poor, I'm just thinking, I'm trying to picture what a beta male looks like, and it just seems like, like a guy, just a nice guy that's doing his best and like trying to be like kind to his woman, whatever, and then he's out here being like, oh, if you're a beta male, then your woman's gonna go be cheating on you while you're at work or something. Like, that's so extreme to me.
But, I mean, again, it's a guy that is a yes man, and he's just getting walked all over.
Oh my God, break up with him then. Don't
that's
make it
what I'm
worse.
saying. She
Like,
wouldn't want to break up with him if the security is there.
What a headache.
So once the security leaves, then she'll break up.
So it's conditional. Like, that's just...
Right.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
All right,
Anyways.
let's continue.
If you're an alpha male and you lose your job and that woman is obsessed with you, crazy about that woman, ain't going no fucking well, as long as you don't lose your confidence with that job. See, a lot of men, confidence come from what they can provide. Like, a lot of these athletes and shit like that, they all arrogant and shit because they make $5 million a year, but a lot of them wouldn't act arrogant like that if they didn't have that income. A lot of you guys got swagger because you got a nice car, you dress nice, you got a big social circle. But let's say you lost all that, would you still have your alphaness? And that's the thing, guys. So if you're an alpha male, I don't believe a woman will leave you if you lose your job, because she's obsessed with you. All right, she's attached to you. If you're a beta man, you ain't gotta lose your job. Yeah, if you're a beta man, you lose your job. That's all she with you for. So what the fuck use does she have for you? The only way a woman won't leave a beta male, if he lose his job, is he rebound real quick or he got a nice savings. That's it. She won't leave then because, if you got $2 million in the bank, you lost your job, well, fuck, we okay. But yeah, if you living check to check and that's all she with you for your money, oh, hell, fuck. It's shit. By the time you even could call her, tell her you lost your job, she got one foot out the fucking door. I could tell you that right now. But
all right, guys, so we're going to end the video here. Pretty much what AMS is saying is women like security. They like dominance. They like a man to take charge, to take leadership. Ultimately, that's going to create excitement for them. That's something that they crave. And with a beta male, he's just the opposite of that. And ultimately, a woman wouldn't want to stay with that. I mean, but behind all that yelling and commotion, that's pretty much what he's saying. So if you can kind of get past his delivery, like, would you agree with that, or?
I think it's just the delivery part was just really getting to me, because I'm like, yo, I just don't like the way he's saying this.
Yeah.
okay, if I were to have to get past the delivery, I would agree with him for the most part.
Right.
For the most part, right?
Right,
Not
right.
with everything. But I think, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I think that's why it's bothering me. But
Right. Well, keep in mind, he's talking to men, right? He's talking
more
to
direct.
men specifically. So men like that direct communication. Obviously, he's not talking to a woman, right? Like his audience is men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's
I'm over here being like, oh,
right. So he's catering his message to men, but ultimately, what he's saying is women like excitement, they like leadership, and that's true, right?
Fine. Yes.
Anyway, so we're going to end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.